Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club Calcutta Races Spring Meeting, second day Saturday, 10th February 2024 race preview. The first race of the afternoon is the topmost handicap for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 2,400 meters. We got all four runners which took part in race number 86 and they reoppose each other. Definitely winner was Sienna. Sienna was in fourth spot as they entered the home straight, then took charge into the last 100 meters and got into a ding-dong battle with Tiger Shark, but got stronger as they got towards the winning post. Super Giga took the turn in 7th spot, made up couple of placings and finished on 5th. Lucky 9, who was winner of an earlier start in race number 50 over 2000 meters, over here went on a start to finish, then went on to finish on 4th, and Born to be Spoiled eventually finished on 6th. Move on to the second race of the afternoon, the Philippines Cup for horses rated 1 to 26 to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. First up, we got a couple of runners from race number 86. That's Tiger Blood and Yowar. Tiger Blood was in 9th spot, stayed on in 9th. Yowar, who came down from Western India, this was Yowar's first start, was in 5th spot as they entered the home straight. Then when asked for an effort, you can see in the rose jacket with the black cap, Yowar started to gradually drop back and eventually finished in the back bunch, and the winner was Sienna. We move on to Divine Chakra. Divine Chakra had quite a few starts. This was from the last winter season where Divine Chakra was winner of a race in race number 60. Over here, Divine Chakra went over 2000 meters, was in 5th spot as they entered the home straight. Then when asked for an effort, went backward and eventually dropped back to last spot. The winner here was Prosperous Prince. We move on to number 3, Ganadora. Very sparingly raced filly Ganadora Rosanna out of Top Romance. Finished on 2nd in an earlier start in race number 19. Over here, went over 2000 meters, was in 4th spot as they entered the home straight. Then when asked for an effort, did not really accelerate, stayed on in 4th. The winner here was Lucky 9, who won that race by 3.5 lengths. Number 6 is Vince Angel, and we had number 4 was Oremelo. Vince Angel took the turn in 7th spot. When asked for an effort, dropped back and eventually finished on 9th of 11 runners. Oremelo was in 8th spot throughout and eventually finished on 6th of 11 runners. The winner here was Blinky Bill, who won that race by a length and a quarter. Number 5 is Tamar. Tamar has had a couple of starts and race number 59 finished on 8th. Then in race number 90, the one we are looking at, took the turn in 8th spot. Despite the jockey's best efforts, all Tamar could do was finish on 8th of 13 runners. The winner here was Liban, who won that race by racing wide of the track. Number 8 is Miso, Win Legend out of Nobu. Miso has had 4 starts so far. His best start was his first start where he finished on 3rd. Since then has finished on 6th in race number 61, finished on 5th in race number 67. The last start in race number 78 took the turn in 4th spot, stayed on in 4th. The winner here was I Smell the Danger. We move on to number 9, Ticker. Ticker started the season very well, finished on 2nd in race number 25, finished on 2nd in race number 44. Subsequently had a couple of 4th place effort. Over here in race number 95 was in a forward position as they entered the home straight, then started to drop back and eventually finished on 8th of 14 runners. The winner here was Smash Shot. Number 10 is Sun God. Sun God has had 4 starts so far and been unplaced in each of his 4 starts. Couple of times has been slowly out of the gate, like in race number 67, the one we are looking at. Trailed the field home was Sun God and eventually finished on a distant last. The winner here was Tusa, who got that race by 4.25 lengths. Lastly, number 13, Reagan. Reagan has had a couple of starts over 1400 meters in race number 8, finished on 4th to Zuma. Over 1600 meters in race number 39, the one we are looking at, took the turn in 6th spot, then made some late improvements on the wide outside and finished on 4th. The winner here was Trident Star. Moving on to the third race of the day, the Carrying Minds Cup, for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. First up, we're looking at number 1, Clever Hans. Clever Hans has had quite a few starts in this season, placed in a couple of starts earlier part of the season. Over here was a little slowly out of the gates. This was in race number 89, was in 12th spot as they entered the home straight, then took the inside shortcut and eventually finished on a close 5th. The winner here was Black Eagle, who won that race by a length and a half. We had 6 runners which took part in race number 85, re-oppose each other here. Archway was the eventual winner, got the race very close home, and Archway was ridden that day by Yashnaridu. Number 4 was Maktub, who took the turn in 7th spot, made some late gains down the centre and finished on 4th. We had number 5, Star Justice. Star Justice was in 9th spot, stayed on in 9th. Then we move on to number 9, which is Zuccardi. Zuccardi was on a start to finish mission, and at one time it looked like Zuccardi had the race sewn up, but there was a late surge by Archway and Zuccardi had to settle for 2nd spot by a long neck. We had number 10, Power of Thea, who was winner of an earlier start in race number 54. Over here, Power of Thea finished on 5th, and number 11 was All Time Legend, who raced in patches and finished on 8th. 3 runners went up against each other. This was number 3, John Lafayette, in race number 74 over 1400 meters. John Lafayette was in 5th spot as they entered the home straight, made up a placing and eventually finished on 4th. We had number 7, Gimler, who was in 3rd spot as they entered the home straight, had a forward start but then started to weaken and eventually finished on 5th. We had number 13, which was Tropical Lady, was winner of back-to-back starts in race number 1 and 20 respectively. Over here, Tropical Lady was a little slowly out and eventually finished on 7th of 9 runners. Number 6 is Sir Baffert. Sir Baffert, after moving from southern India, had one start in race number 81 where chased the leader, the on-money favourite Hall of Grace, all through the Calcutta straight but could only finish on 2nd. Today the booking of P.S. Chauhan. Sir Baffert definitely a frontline contender over here. We move on to the 4th race of the afternoon, the major ZK Wadia Memorial Cup, for horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. First we had 5 runners which went up against each other. Hidden Gold, this was from race number 89. Hidden Gold took the turn in 7th spot and made some late gains and eventually came out and finished on In the Money in 3rd spot. Number 3, Eternal Princess, who raced a little wide, was in 4th spot when asked for an effort, dropped back and eventually finished on 10th. We had number 7, which was K-Star. K-Star was leading the pack but dropped back very rapidly into the home straight and finished on 11th. And then we had number 8, which was Multi-Star. Multi-Star was in 11th spot, made up some late gains and eventually finished on 7th. And we had number 10, which was Avancia. Avancia took the turn in 10th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 9th. The winner here was Black Eagle. We're looking at race number 66 where Dr. Doom, who was in 3rd spot, took charge into the last 200 meters and won that race, beating K-Star into 2nd. The other runner was Kalahari Gold. Kalahari Gold was on a start to finish mission, as you can see in the claret and gold epaulets, but into the 200 meters mark had to surrender the lead and eventually finished on 3rd. Kalahari Gold was a winner of an earlier start where it got the measure of Star Justice. Number 6, Hall of Grace, Western India import into Calcutta, first start, and what a start it was in race number 81. Was available at very meager odds and was taken on a start to finish mission by Shrikant Kamble, and the jockey had a couple of peeps over his shoulders and he saw no straight in the sight, won the race by almost 5 lengths, beating Sir Baffert into 2nd. Number 9 is Nautica, dandified out of Onfleck. And Nautica has raced couple of races in the classics, finished on 2nd in the 1000 guineas to Longlease, then finished on Longlease at the start. She was in 7th spot as they entered the home straight, and the jockey couldn't really get much out of Nautica, eventually finished on a long way back. We move on to the 5th and feature race of the afternoon, the Queen Elizabeth II Memorial Cup Grade 3 for horses 4-year-old and over, to be run over a distance of 2,800 meters. First up, we are looking at the Indian Champion Cup, where Third Avenue was in third spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on second. We had Stockbridge, who was in second spot, dropped back rather rapidly and eventually finished on fifth. We had number 3, Pissarro. Pissarro was on a start to finish mission, but then surrendered the lead and eventually finished on a tame fourth. Number 5, Travalius. Travalius was in fifth spot, made some lead gains down the center and eventually finished on a close third. The winner here was A Star Is Born, who won that race by almost 4 lengths. Number 4 is Euphoric. Euphoric had a start in race number 24, where it went over 2000 meters, eventually finished on third of 4 runners behind Sonata. In race number 51, went over 2200 meters and went on a start to finish mission, and the jockey never looked back. He won the race as he likes, won the race by almost 3.5 lengths, beating Stockbridge into second. Number 6 is Ramiel. Ramiel, this was in the Calcutta Derby, where Ramiel really made this one of the most interesting derbies ever. After finishing on third to Destroy in the 2000 guineas, got into a ding-dong battle with Longley's, and the judges was required, and the photo finish camera just went against Ramiel, had to settle for second spot. So that's your 6 runners for the Queen Elizabeth II Memorial Cup Grade 3. We move on to the 6th and last race of the day, the Supreme Princess Handicap for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. First up, we got number 1, Rimmel. Rimmel has had 4 starts so far. Best start was his first start, where it finished on third. Since then, has had a couple of unplaced efforts. Last outing was a little slowly out of the gates, took the turn in 9th spot, did not make any further improvement, finished on 9. The winner here was Mandolin, who won that race by a length and a quarter. Number 2 is Team Player, has had 3 starts so far in the season. First up in race number 54, finished on 7th behind Power of Thea, then finished on 9 behind Hall of Grace. Last start in race number 91, took the turn in 5th spot, weakened slightly and eventually finished on 6th. The winner here was Life Is Good. Number 3 is Rhapsody in Green. Was a winner in race number 2, where I got the measure of Macchiato. Since then, finished on 2nd in race number 30 behind Kiefer. Last start, Rhapsody in Green was on 3rd place as they ended the home straight, then finished on 3rd. The winner here was Amber Knight, who took charge into the last 200 meters and won the race very easily. Number 4, Zuma. Zuma finished on an eye-catching 2nd in the Calcutta Oaks behind Longley's. Since then, Zuma was installed the favourite in her last start, where she went on a start-to-finish mission, was out of gas into the last 200 meters and finished on a tame 3rd. The winner here was Amber Knight, who won that race by almost half a length. Number 5 is DRD, has had a couple of starts in this season. This start is from race number 72, where DRD took the turn in 2nd spot, then dropped back and finished on 4th. It was noted after the race that DRD was trotting lame. Last runner for the day, the number 6 is Whistleblower, was winner in race number 15, where went over 2000 meters in a very stop-start race, won the race. Over here in race number 95, the one we are looking at, over 1200 meters, was in 9th spot, made some late eye-catching gains and finished on 4th. The winner here was Smash Shot, who got that race by almost a length. That's your runners of the day. See you at the races. Best of luck.